All right, now it's time to go live. I'm live. All right, cool. So, man, the delay on it is crazy. I realized last time I had to chip off a few seconds because like I hit live, but it apparently records the 3 seconds before I like click go live. So I don't know. That's yeah, YouTube just asked me. It's like, would you like to make sure you can screen inappropriate comments? I'm like, no, fuck it. If people want to tell me I'm fucking jerk off, cool, go for it. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I'd like to see what kind of insults people can throw at me. Yeah, I don't know. Trolls welcome. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna jump right into this, I guess. Like, if you're a troll, I feel like you're someone who, you got a lot of pain inside you, and you're trying to direct it at someone else who's trying to, I don't know, express themselves. That I don't know. Sometimes people just need to be trolled, though. Sometimes people are taking life too seriously. I think trolling and comedy are like one and the same because sometimes people get really offended by comedy. But what I've found, and this is going right back to like the bipolar stuff, is it's like I told my dad, if I'm not finding anything funny, or if I can't laugh, or if I can't smile, like it's like I need to do something. Something's needs to change. Like, obviously, there's some stimulus in my environment I need to change, something I need to focus on that can resolve everything. That like once it gets taken care of, I'm good. I'm status quo. So for me, I had a little bit of anxiety last night with my room and packing my bags, which I mean, all I've done is not close the bag. I'm pretty much ready to go. That's why I'm doing the stream now. I don't know. This is the last stream I'm going to do for at least 2 weeks, maybe a third week, because I'm going on a trip to Chicago to do like pretty much just a sales program, trying to get a job there. Um, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm very hopeful for what happens, but you know, I think I'm going to make the decision that's going to be right for me. But that's in the future. So I just kind of want to take a second to chronologue this moment, and you know, there's a lot of anxiety last night. I think it really stems from a lot of like, well, hell, the reason why I'm doing a live vlog right now. I think when people are anxious, they're worried about death for one reason or another. Like it can be the most innocuous thing. Like someone, I don't know, stubs their toe, like, oh, that could have killed me. Like I don't know. I'm just trying to like that wasn't something I've done, but I'm trying to think of just something simple. But legacy becomes important when you're anxious. Um, this is the book I'm bringing with me. Uh, Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life, trying to not get glare into it, but this is a book I'm taking, and probably the most quoted, um, besides The Lobster, probably the most quoted thing about this book, which I haven't even read yet. I've just heard him promote the book to this point, which Chicago's going to give me a good opportunity to have time alone and just read the book. Um, he talks about cleaning your room. Clean your damn room is how he says it. Is if you can't get your room in order, nothing in your life is going to be in order. If the place you come back to, like everyone has a place they reside, it's their little slice of the earth, whether it's a broom closet like in Harry Potter or whatever. If you can't get that organized, nothing in your life is going to be organized by that, the logic he says in the book. And I agree. As you can see from my last video, I was pretty distraught over just guys at a bar. I mean, I can't believe I let that get to me. Like, obviously, a bunch of people are, you know, any American knows that's exactly how bars are like. I mean, it shouldn't be that way, but that's the way it is. And, I even predicted in the video I moved on. I also predicted, I'm like, oh, this is going to go viral. I don't know. The issue is so important to me that I just assume that's important to everyone. But it's actually kind of nice to know that, like, I have anonymity. Like, honestly, like, if I just woke up a celebrity, that would just be awful. Fuck that shit. I would hate to have every single thing I say screened, and it's like, well, what did he mean by saying go fuck a duck? It's like maybe he was just trying to be funny, and no ducks are gonna get penetrated in this process. Like I say dumb shit all the time just for the sake of levity, but I don't know. I don't even know how the hell I got to the fuck a duck point. But anyway, I'm just yeah, maybe this is the problem with going live is just any odd thought that comes to my head just kind of pops onto the internet from now on. But yeah, I'm about 5 minutes. I'm just gonna kind of leave it. I felt like there's something I wanted to touch on before I finish the broadcast, but yeah, that's it. I mean, you can go to my channel. If anything I've said has made you curious, because I've posted some things on Reddit too and whatever. So if anything leads you here, and then I'm not going to be loading videos for a while. Twitter. I normally vent my thoughts on Twitter. So I always enjoy talking to people, trolls. You know, you fuck around. I mean, I haven't blocked someone yet, but I aspire to one day. I hope I find one person who can really insult me to the point where I found someone to get me to. I don't know. I mean, every time I see an insult, it's like that's just a call to action. It's like you need to do something better in your life. Like someone's like, "You're short." I mean, yeah, I'm short. There's nothing I can do about that. But someone's like, "You're lazy." Maybe I'm lazy. Maybe I need to do something about it. Maybe that's why I'm so offended. Maybe that's why I'm so riled up. And oh yeah, that was what I was going to bring up. Is like I did start using Twitter, and actually, it's funny. I'm going to retweet it. Actually, I just thought about that. I got blocked for the first time um, for saying the exact tweet was victim. That's a funny word because this woman was very worked up about. I don't know. I don't even remember what the story was. It was something like something about the Me Too movement or something like that, and blah blah blah. And so one, I assume they were a woman. I mean, that's the thing is that you got to assume gender, blah blah blah. It's Twitter. I don't know, but I assume they're both women because the one said Mama Three and the other one was Sue. So they both sounded like. I mean, there's a girl named Sue, Johnny Cash, but I just assumed both of them were women. Anyway, the first woman, she said something along the lines of, "Go cry, all molesters, rapists, offenders, blah 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 blah." It was on point, but it was also very I don't know, self-destructive. It was just a lot of hate to harbor. So all I did was I put a message. I said, um, "Mom of three, that how empathetic of you," or something along those lines. I was because her Twitter handle was Mom of Three. I'm like, "Mom of Three, that's very empathetic of you." And then like this other chick, she came back. She's like, "It is empathetic to the victims of these blah, blah." I was like, I realized like I am now a villain. Like, I don't know. I said something I thought was very simple, but like they just came at me and it was just really heavy actually. So I just stood my ground. I said victim. That's a funny word because one thing I found is the victim mentality absolves you of all responsibility or accountability. Because if you say you're a victim of something, whatever it is, you're a victim of something, it's like, oh, well, don't have to worry, say, oh, I'm sorry. I tell my sister all the time, it's like, I'm a sexual assault victim, blah, blah, blah. It's like, at the end of the day, it's like, could you have worn more conservative clothing? Is that possible? I'm not saying it's your fault for being sexually abused. Obviously, there's a man who was also damaged enough to the point where he felt the need to um, have an unwanted sexual advance. But holy shit, I'm going really deep into this right now. I didn't expect to go into this, but it's like someone needs to be held accountable. Obviously, the abusers aren't doing it either. They're just like, well, busted a nut, I'm done. They're not going to take accountability. So honestly, that's like the idea of vengeance. It's like the victims. I'm not saying like shit. I don't know what the fuck am I saying. I just find that being a victim isn't beneficial to your future. Um, I mean, I felt like a victim when I was diagnosed, but with bipolar disorder, I was like, "Oh, poor me. I mean, I got bipolar disorder. I'm just gonna cry forever and like never take accountability for my life and just fucking commit suicide." And that's really what it leads to. That's why so many bipolar people are suicidal. It wasn't until I said responsibility, accountability, find what is causing the anxiety and handle it. That's what I'm doing. Um, shit, this is really deep. I didn't expect to go this deep, and this I'll keep it 9 minutes. All right, I'm just done. Anyone want to continue this on Twitter? I'm done with YouTube for at least 2 weeks. So end rant. Chicago, here we come. Yeah. Okay, bye.